Knees are too close. It's not like a triangle. If you spread it out, take your left heel as in, bring the right over the left. Looks like a triangle. This is called a Siddhasana. Siddhasana. Those who can't sit in Padmasana, this is another one. Padmasana. It's your heels are touching your hip bones. This is one Padmasana. These knees are coming closer. Knees are closer. Now, if you spread your knees apart, you can sit for a long time. This is Padmasana. You can sit here or in Siddhasana. This is Siddhasana. Gently, by leaning forward, what happens, your heel is pressing the perineum region. Your downward flowing energy is pushed up, activates the Muladhara chakra, activates downward flowing energy. In the Muladhara chakra, it is talking about the petals. It talks about, it's four-petaled. Four petals are there in the Muladhara chakra. In the Muladhara chakra, there is petals, four-petal chakra. So one petal is flowing down and other up. You are converting the downward flowing energy to the upward flowing energy. Here, we will do the Nadi Shodana Pranayama. Recently there was an article in the paper. The rivers are drying up in many parts of the world because of the pollutants. Rivers are drying up. When the pollutants in the river increases, river starts, it cannot cope. There is no life in that one. It starts drying up. Rivers in India, in Indian language, Hindi or Sanskrit or Indian languages, they call it as Nadi. Nadis are drying up because of the pollution. There are Nadis in the body, it's called as Nadi. Nadi and Nadi are synonyms. Nadis are drying up. You are dying quickly or drying because of the pollution, pollutants, impurities. When it starts building up in the body cannot function properly. Mind cannot function properly. These nadis have to be purified. It is called as Nadi Shodana Pranayama. Like river treatment. It's a primary treatment, secondary, tertiary treatment. What you do for the rivers, same thing, there is a treatment plant. We have to implement a treatment plant for these rivers within the body. These nadis have to be purified. The nadis in the body, there are primarily, they talk about in the yoga text, 72,000 nadis. 72,000 river streams are there. Energy carrying nerves are there. Energy carrying nerves and 36 on one side, 36 on the other side. Together it becomes 72. 36,000 has a special significance. 36,000 in a year, it's a 360 days according to the, it's roughly that in the, they calculate 360 days in a year. And the human life of 100 years is 36,000 number of days. That is in the 36,000 daytime and 36,000 night time is our lifespan, 100 years. It's 100 years they talk about, that is 36,000 daytime, 36,000 night time. 36,000 daytime is called as it's a sun. Daytime is a sun. 36,000 nighttime, moon. There are moon nadis, moon governing the 36,000 and sun governing the 36,000. Sun and moon are governing our system. Sun system and moon system. If the moon system is very active, it's a moon system, what it makes, it's a moon system has a calming effect. When we are, that I mentioned about the person having an adrenal problem, it's or when you are pumped up, when you are going in the street, if a dog starts chasing you, you need an extra boost of energy. Where you get that extra boost of energy from the adrenal gland, you get that one. That pumps up the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland pumps up, the sun system opens up. Extra energy comes up. And it's an extra boost of energy that it makes me very, it's an extra boost of energy. People with the sun center active, they are very agitated type, very disturbed type. They can, the extra energy is there, they don't know how to manage the energy. Restless. And when the moon is active, moon calms that one, calms that person. Like at home, we have a refrigerator. If you pay attention, at every certain time, there's a clicking sound. There's a thermostat is there. It turns off, turns on. There is a thermostat in the body also. In the thermostat, it's about 2 to 3 hours. Our moon is active for about 2 to 3 hours. It starts cooling the body. Cool down. After it reaches the set point, sun opens. It starts warming up the body. Up. And when it reaches the set point, it turns off, moon takes over. That thermostat principle is there in the body. About 3 hours, moon is active, 3 hours, sun is active. When the moon is active, it is called as, it's a parasympathetic nervous system. Nervous system, that nerves, 36,000, parasympathetic. It is not sympathetic. The sympathetic one, sun center, it's called as sympathetic nervous system. It sympathizes with us. It thinks, oh, this person needs extra energy. Let me give him extra energy. Like gives the extra energy, it sympathizes with the situation. If I am under stress, I need extra energy, extra pumping of the blood, extra heart has to work extra. It sympathizes, it gives the boost of energy. Sympathetic and moon parasympathetic. And sometimes this thermostat, it stops working. This thermostat, when it stops working, only the moon is active. And that person always feels cold. I am feeling very cold. And calms that person. Further, that person goes into depression. No energy, goes into depression. If the moon is too much active and that thermostat switches off, that person goes into depression. Whereas the other one, if the only heating happens, that moon is not working, that person always pumped up, body is burning sensation, feet burning sensation, palms in the burning sensation, eyes red in color, watery eyes. It starts heating up the body. The Nadi Shodana technique is the purifying the nadis, purifying both 36,000 moon nadis, 36,000 sun nadis. And our moon nadi helps in activating the right brain. Sun nadis helps in activating the left nadi. If the moon is only active, that person becomes very emotional in nature. It's a very emotional type. If the sun is active, that person becomes very rational in nature. If emotional personality, it is predominantly in the women. It's very emotional in nature. Sun is predominantly there in men. It's very rational in nature. It says if you want to be a philosopher, you can't be only woman or only man. If you are manly personality or only woman personality, you are not fit for yoga. You are not fit for your adhyatma sadhana. If you want to do the sadhana, if you want to go deeper in the sadhana, you need to develop both manly and womanly character. Both should be equally proportional. That you should be not only emotional in nature, people will exploit you. If you only rational, you don't believe anything, no progress happens. Only doubting everything, no sadhana. To have a sadhana happen, you need both emotion and rational. Well blended, that person is fit for sadhana. This Nadi Shodana Pranayama activates, it cleanses the nadis, activates both sun and moon center, activates both the rational and emotional personality in us and prepares us to go deeper into the sadhana. In our texts also, it talk about, in the yogic text, that our sun Nadi, that Nadi, it is called as Yamuna. Yamuna is called as sun Nadi predominantly. Our Ida, moon Nadi, that Nadi, it is called as Ganga and Yamuna. Two rivers, predominant rivers. The confluence of two rivers, when the meeting point is called as a Sushumna Nadi. There is a deep, when the rivers cross through each other, there is a great energy point in us. If you have to tap into that one, that confluence point, that is called as the junction point. Junction point is called as Prayag. Prayag, in any meeting point, is a high chakra. That is a chakra. It has a high energy point. That chakra along the spinal column. Sun and moon system, two Ganga and Yamuna are flowing through that point. Confluence point is a high energy point. It's called as Saraswati Nadi. Yesterday, today and tomorrow, Saraswati, the Navaratri, we are invoking the Saraswati. Saraswati is the central, Nadi, it's a energy, Saraswati Nadi. It's in the center, core is there, Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. Sushumna, what is called as energy, knowledge. Knowledge awakens. Energy, it starts going up. In the sadhana, the purpose of yoga sadhana or any spiritual sadhana, it's not only invoke Ganga, not only Yamuna, it's go further, go deeper and awaken the Saraswati, knowledge within. It has to rise up. That's the purpose of sadhana. And Nadi Shodana, we have two nostrils, left and right nostril. Left nostril, it's though the two nostrils are there, partition is up to here. Beyond that one, there is no partition. These two, now we will do the Nadi Shodana Pranayama. We are pulling through one nostril and pushing out through other nostril. It is like you have a vessel of cream, and traditionally we used to churn the cream with a wooden ladle and with a rope. You are pulling here and there. You are pulling through Ganga, pulling through Yamuna, and ultimately the Saraswati has to get up, rise up. That is, the butter has to come out. The cream of our sadhana should come out through the churning, left and right. Doing that one awakens the Sushumna Nadi, the cream within. Cream of our personality should come out. The sediments should come down. Our negativity, other things should come down. The cream of our personality should rise up. That is the path we have to take. That's the purpose of Nadi Shodana Pranayama. We will do that one. And thanks.